The major source of entertainment are movies. People mainly watch movies when using digital platforms for entertainment. So big movie giants have launched OTT platforms where you can easily search your favorite movies. The Chinese movies are making their mark with artistic and deeply moving themes and cultural depiction to the level of perfection. With the ability of the platform, now viewers can enjoy movies with subtitles and even dubbing. Welcome to Tita Top 10. I am your host, Andrea Toth, and we are presenting the list of the top 10 Chinese movies available on Amazon for you to binge watch and enjoy. Don't forget to hit subscribe and press the bell icon for regular videos. Number 10 is Dam Street. The movie is focused on a woman who experiences early pregnancy and how society behaves with her. She comes from a traditional family, and the news of her pregnancy sparks moral police to come for her neck. The movie is depicting China of the early 1980s and the girl who gets involved with another student. Somehow she manages to keep her pregnancy hidden, but the whole school finds out. As she delivers the baby, her mother declares the baby dead, and the girl is left alone as the boy goes to become a carpenter's apprentice. The movie beautifully captures the essence of Chinese society and the female oppression and judgment by others. The chit-chat among ladies and whispers make the audience question the moral authority of the society as a whole. Then the girl meets a 10-year-old and quickly becomes friends with the child. The tenderness and melodrama slowly reveal the story and amazes the audience with raw emotions and grim taking over. Number 9 is Be With Me. The movie consists of 3 stories that revolve around the theme of love and solitude. Old age and lonely shopkeeper who does not believe in love, especially after the sudden death of his wife. But then, the life decides to make a turn, and he gets to meet an author of an autobiography book who is blind and deaf, a lady of his own age. The life of both characters get intertwined, and the shopkeeper is saved from his desperation and loneliness. Then there is a middle-aged security guard who has an obsession with the good food and a luxurious living in his blocks of flats. There are 2 teenage girls who get introduced to each other on the internet and end up falling in love. The whole story highlights the power of love, hope, and introduces grief and redemption beautifully to the whole picture. The main theme is undoubtedly the love of the movie masterfully explains why it is important for humans to love and be loved. A must-watch if you love a good and uplifting story. Number 8 is The Walker. If you are a fan of documentaries and films revolving around art and artists, you are in for a treat. The documentary is about a vulnerable and prestigious dance artist who specializes in traditional dance. The documentary tries to cover 10 years of footage in the life of Taiwanese dancer Lin Li Chin, a choreographer as well. The documentary beautifully captures her rise as an artist and her evolution as a dancer. Her well-established dance leader career is followed and filmed to highlight an artist's life. We get to learn and see her in-depth life as exceptional artists, the creative process, family, friends, and even the crisis and tragedies. This documentary is a must-watch for dance lovers and choreographers to understand true dedication and level of hard work that must go into the whole process of creativity. There are lesson-giving dialogues and intriguing techniques that will keep you hooked on the movie until its last moment. Your love for documentaries and respect for artists will definitely grow. Number 7 is Waiting Alone. This is the movie which gives you a glimpse of Chinese youth culture and their choices. The movie is set in Beijing. It is a first-person narration of the coming-age story. The antique shop owner, Wen, who also happens to be an aspiring author. He has met a girl and thinks that she is his perfect life partner. He tries every possible method to woo her, but she does not fall for him at all. With the help of his best friend and a girl he trusts, he tries everything to get her to like him, but he plays by the rule book. The problem that the boy faces is that the girl only wants him to be her friend, and nothing else. So millennial of them. The movie is fun and intriguing, and a must-watch for young and adults alike. You will enjoy each and every moment, and who knows, you may be able to relate to the story. Number 6 is Beijing Flickers. The The movie involves a marginalized young man who has to deal with every possible problem a young person can imagine. He has been dumped by his girlfriend, recently lost his job, even the apartment he used to live in. All of this is happening in the wake of China's fabulous new wealth that has caused the marginalized community to suffer even further. But he will not break easy. He has his moments of euphoria, roams around the streets, takes care of his appearance, and shifts from city to city with other people of the same kind as his. They are dreamers and carriers of hope who portray the youthful despair and dissatisfaction. The movie uses beautiful symbolic gestures to highlight the bigger issues that include voicelessness of the marginalized community and the disparities that they face. If you love thought-provoking and intriguing art films, this is definitely your cup of tea. Number 5 is Dooman River. The story sets a beautiful depiction of adversities of immigrant life and the emotional trauma that cause life-lasting impact. Chang Ho, who was 12 years old, befriends a North Korean immigrant who has illegally crossed the Dooman River to get into China in hopes of survival and better life. He tries to find food and shelter for his sister, who is severely ill, as they are starving amid tension on the border. As the cross-border tension and conflict caused havoc upon the village, the immigrants are being hunted and the situation gets worse. The people are being executed, raped, and looted. The inanity takes over humanity, and the movie shows spine-chilling incidents. It is a must-watch for people who can handle the seriousness and severity of life and death. With anti-immigrant agenda going on all over the world, the movie may force you to think differently. Number 4 is Stolen Life. The movie has themes of deception and cutting strategies to steal life and future. The main character is a girl, Yan Ni, who has just started college. She's hoping for a better life and future as she embarks on a new journey and beginning of her life away from family. But the next decision that she makes leaves her empty-handed and heartbroken. She falls in love with a boy she meets and ends up trusting him blindly. But little did she know that the moment they meet, the boy starts to plan a deceptive and deceiving plan, which leads to loss of her child along with a life and future she once dreamed of possessing. The deception and contemporary feminist thought process are perfectly blended to highlight the difficulties a woman has to face. The perfect layer-by-layer reveals of the personalities and events that cause the viewers to feel agony, pain, and anger, exactly what Yan Ni feels. A must if you are up for an emotional roller coaster ride. Number 3 is In Love We Trust. The movie is set in modern-day China, where a couple is faced with a usual and disturbing situation. The couple who finds out that their daughter has blood cancer, and the only treatment is a bone marrow transplant. In order to obtain the bone marrow, they would have to give birth to another child. If that is not a big enough problem already, the situation gets highly complicated as they have separated and got remarried already. Now they have a big decision to make, and second thoughts are driving them crazy. Both parents have to make a life-altering decision if they want to save the child. The movie beautifully captures the agony, desperation, and bravery of the characters. The sensitive situation is shown to move the viewers into tears. Now, will they be able to save their daughter at the cost of their lives? Or their lives won't be enough payment? A must-watch for people who love melodrama and emotionally moving stories. Number 2 is Fish and Elephant. The importance of movies lies in the fact that this is the first ever Chinese mainland lesbian movie that highlights stigma around homosexuality. The main character, Xiao Huan, who works at the zoo, is having a lesbian relationship with another young woman. The movie depicts 2 main plots, or struggles, by Xiao Hyun. She is desperately trying to hide her lesbianism from her typical conservative mother. Her mother is trying her best to get Xiao Hyun married before she crosses her 30s. Mother keeps showing her pictures of boys for marriage, while ex-girlfriend of Xin Huan reappears in her life after killing her abusive father. The pile of problems and uncertainty in the life main character makes viewers sympathize with her. A beautifully executed story to move you to think beyond typical standards set by society. It gets extremely interesting to watch how Xiao Hun will be able to tackle these issues that keep getting more and more complicated. Number 1 is The Wild Goose Lake. The movie is beautiful entanglement of love, affection, and gangster war that involves killing and slaughtering. Zhou Xiong, a leader of a small gangster group, accidentally kills a policeman, raising the concern of the authorities. The bounty is placed on his head and he is forced to go undercover. He is also hiding from other gangsters who will not hesitate to turn him in to get the bounty. He hides deep into the Chinese province Wuhan, which is quite densely populated, hence safe for him. There he meets a young and beautiful woman and falls head over heels for her, but the suspense and thrill reach its peak as the girls have their own intentions. The movie, with its subtle gestures, portrays an image of morality, soundness, and criminal activities of the community. The sudden shifts between illegality and the portrayal of mesmerizing and deceptive love are worth watching. You will get an in-depth picture of gangster and normal life within the same shot.